Hello, my name is Maggie Brookes and I'm here to talk to you about my novel The Prisoner's Wife. I'm delighted to be talking to you about it and also that it is coming out in Poland because so much of the story is set in Poland. This story was originally told to me in 2007 when I was in a lift, an elevator, with an elderly gentleman called Sidney Reed. And he said, "I bet I could tell you a story about the war that would make your hair stand on end." Well, I was hooked immediately. And the story that he told me was that he had been in what we call Lambsdorff prison camp in Labinowice, and excuse my pronunciation, in Poland. And two what they thought were escaped prisoners were brought back into the camp. When the Nazi guards had gone away, one of the prisoners said, "I have to tell you all something. This other prisoner is not a man at all. This is my Czech wife, and we have been on the run for 10 days. And there was uproar in the camp, Sidney told me. But when everybody had quieted down, they realised that she wouldn't be covered by the Geneva Convention and that she could be shot as a spy if she was found in the camp. So they decided that they would protect her and guard her and keep her safe. And Sidney was really interested in how the other prisoners had looked after her. I was really interested in what was it like to be a woman in this camp, to be sleeping in a hut with 100 other men, to be silent all the time, to never be able to make any noise at all, to be under the watchful eye of the Nazi guards. How would she cope with her period? There were so many questions that I had. And so I started to do my research, book research, obviously archive research, joining the Lambsdorff Association, and then decided that I needed to go and see it for myself. You are probably well aware of what's called the Long March or the Death March, where the Eastern European camps were forcibly evacuated in the terrible winter of 1944-45, but I didn't know anything about that. And so my dear husband came with me and we went to Labinowice, where a fabulous curator called Sebastian showed us around and helped us. And then in the snow we drove one of the routes of the Long March through Poland into Germany. Routes which in January 1945, it was minus 25 degrees at night. Men were underfed, ill-equipped, underclothed. How did they walk that? I don't know. But when I came home, I began to write it, and it seems to me that it's a novel for today as well as for about the war, because it's a novel which warns of what can happen when fascism is allowed to take hold. But more than that, it's a novel about love. It's a novel about friendship. It's a novel about human endurance and our ability to succeed in the most overwhelming odds. So I hope you will find The Prisoner's Wife. I hope you will fall in love with Izzy as I did. And I hope that it will be a source of consolation and inspiration to you. Thank you very much.